I would be honored if you played football for this team.
Me? Play football?
Yes.
Come on, Lenny! Pump it in there, baby! Just keep matriculating the ball down the field, boys.
We couldn't do diddly poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down. We couldn't run the ball. We didn't try to run the ball. We couldn't complete a pass. Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
So no matter what happens, just keep sticking it to him. Now who are we?
Game machine. Game machine. Game machine.
Wrong side! Left side! Left side! Left side!
This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game.
You all know what you have to do. Remember, no one, and I mean no one, comes into our house and pushes us around. This is your game now, gentlemen. Let's get them.
This is a game we are gonna win. This is the game that people are gonna talk about for years. Clear eyes, full hearts.
Can't lose.
Let's hear it, gentlemen. Clear eyes, full hearts.
Can't lose.
Let's go play some football. Let's go,
And here we go, folks.
Hope there's no group hug. Steve will. Oh, we're good.
Yeah.
Welcome to Comedians on Football right here on Govs Radio, our first episode. Thanks so much for joining us. I want to thank everybody at Govs Radio for giving us this show, this opportunity, this chance to shine, and really just to get together and talk about football once a week. I also want to thank everybody here at Govs Comedy Club. They've been great since my return to the comedy stage. Jimmy over here has been great. His wife Laura, fantastic. Everybody here has been so sweet, so supportive, so nice. It's so wonderful to be part of the Govs family. What are we going to do with the show? We are going to talk football. Lots of football. But we're not going to be too scientific about it. If you want that, go to ESPN at 2 in the morning and hear all the stats about the backup tight end on the Cowboys that nobody wants. We're just going to have some fun with it. We're going to have a lot of fun, hopefully. We're going to talk about the games. We're going to talk about the broadcast. We're going to talk about betting the lines. I don't condone gambling, as you know. But I do like gambling. We're going to talk about all the lines, the spreads. We're going to talk a little bit about fantasy. We're going to talk about the nonsense, everything under the sun that we could think about. Football from week to week. We're going to have some fun. Now, every week, you're stuck with me. I'm the main guy. Thank you.
Fantastic.
But we got a lot of good folks lined up in the weeks ahead. We've got my buddy Chris Roach coming in. We've got Michael Keegan. We've got my buddy Brant Tobler from the West Coast, who is a Broncos fan, and I strongly dislike for that reason. I got a buddy from ESPN who's going to call in with some special insight. Kenny Ryan, who you see a lot over here. I got a guy from the Daily News. We have a lot of good people coming in. But today, to kick things off, I really dug to the bottom of the barrel. The bottom of the barrel. I've got two Giants fans.
Under the barrel.
I reached under the barrel for one of them. I won't say who. But here are my two buddies. We've got very funny comedian John Butera.
Hello, everyone.
I did a great show at Gov's just a few days ago that
Yes,
John produced. He headlined. I featured.
Yep.
What a tandem.
Fantastic job.
What a duo. What a duo. And we also have Eric. Anyway, so
How are you? Good to see you again.
we have Eric Shevlin. You guys know him from the Knock 'em Dead comedy show here.
Yes.
Performs a lot of Knock 'em Dead comedy shows.
Murder mystery shows.
Murder mystery shows.
Right.
You do trivia nights.
We do trivia
18
nights.
nights a week.
Yeah, pretty much.
And every time I've been on the Knock 'em Dead radio show, you're an hour and a half late. So it's
Yes, so it's great. It's perfect.
I
was on time today, though.
I told him the show started at 4. So goody for me. That worked out really well.
Christopher's already busting your chops.
Is it Chris Roach?
Yes, Priest Holmes stinks. He's just really,
What's up, bro?
really just.
If he goes after
Priest
Christian
Holmes.
Okoye, I will drive to the comic strip tonight, and I will kick your big, marginally challenged ass. All right. I noticed that I have...
Marginally challenged. I like how you put
Marginally
that.
All right. My whole goal was to always be balanced.
Okay.
I'm a Chiefs fan.
Okay.
Everybody knows I'm a Chiefs fan now. You all know I'm a Chiefs fan. Die hard, long-time Chiefs fan.
Sorry.
No.
Wait, I mean-
no, this is...
Don't be sorry now.
This is the first year I can actually do a show and be happy about
Right.
it.
Tyreek Hill, you got.
I got
Come
everybody.
on. You
I
got.
There's a lot of people who should be in prison that are on that team, so you should be
got a-
very happy.
Oh. Great coach.
Prison. I understand. Maybe rehab. Maybe a work timeshare program, something like that. I don't know about prison.
Literally every team has.
Every NFL
People-
team has some
that's-
questionable.
that's me,
Well, it's
Just saying.
Daniel Jones looks like a murderer. All right, I'll say it.
Stop.
Now, come on.
He might. He might look.
So I was hoping to
he
balance.
did go to Duke, right?
I
So
wanted.
He does have. He might have some kids in his basement.
So do I. Oh wait, how do you mean? So kids that aren't his own?
Yes, kids that aren't his own.
and chain linked. So
I wanted to balance it out, and I've done a great job with just 2 Giant fans.
Yeah.
on the
Well,
first
I
show.
thought he was a Jet fan.
No, you know
that-
what?
You bite your tongue, sir.
I didn't realize how hard it was to find.
I've
Jet
seen
fans.
4 championships.
I thought. Oh.
Wah wah wah.
Chiefs haven't won since I was a toddler, so I really can't.
Before I was born.
But they did win.
You're younger than me.
I am.
Sally cut his mic. You're the only one left.
Listen, I'm with you, pal.
What you've been to the Super Bowl like 4 times in the last 2 decades.
5 times.
Actually 5.
We lost to the Ravens with Jim Fossil and
Kill
Kerry
everybody's
Collins
mic,
as
put my
their
own. I'm going to
quarterback.
go direct to camera. We're going to do a live feed. Get both interns in here. Anyway, welcome to Comedian
Well,
on
you
football.
have seen all of your team's Super Bowl appearances.
That is true. They've never been back, right? Since the first 2.
Since I've been out of diapers.
However, they did win the first 2. So you have
No.
to be happy with that. Didn't they?
Oh,
win?
that they were in.
Right.
Yeah, not the first 2. Yeah, but there were only like 4 teams. It was them and the Packers.
No. Didn't they? Who
Yeah.
won Super Bowl 1 and 2?
Green Bay.
Yeah, Green Bay won.
Oh, did.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh.
I was 2. I can't take any responsibility
Sorry.
for that. Tyreek Hill was
What did
His
they?
father was
when
2.
did they win the Super Bowl?
4.
4 and 5? Didn't they
That's
win
a
back
single
to back?
number, right?
I believe before man landed on the moon. Yeah.
After, so after
it was
the
4
Jets.
lines, I believe, in Roman numerals.
After the Jets.
No, way before.
No, the Jets won
Jets were-
3.
No, Jets
Wow,
Wow,
won
three.
the intelligence level
Jets,
on this
Jets won
football-
69.
People are turning. I thought they knew what they were talking about with football. Here's a,
Yeah, no, we know we're talking about football, but now we're talking about things that happened when we weren't alive.
Well, I was born in 78, so you lost me for the first
You were
10
born in '78.
for the first 10 Super Bowls. I'm
Why do you
lost.
look older than me?
Because I own businesses.
Ah,
No longer.
don't own any businesses, or
I
you'll
know.
end up looking
That's
like
it.
John.
Looks like
Stay
shit.
unemployed for the last 2 decades. Look at that.
Wow.
Baby smooth
Baby's
skin.
ass skin.
All
Look at
right.
that.
So obviously you 2 guys are Giant fans.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Will Sharon wants to know, is Steve DeBerg still your QB?
Love Steve DeBerg. Do you remember the playoff game? He played against the Dolphins. He broke his finger. He had a
Right.
splint from the 80s
Yes.
that looked like he was wearing like a leg splint. And he would take, oh my God, I love
Steve
Steve
DeBerg, best, hands down, in my opinion, play action pass quarterback
On Tecmo
to
Bowl.
ever
Hang on.
to ever play the game.
Tecmo Bowl. And weren't there only like 8 guys on Tecmo Bowl? Because
Yeah.
they couldn't fit him on this game.
Did you know they re-released Tecmo Bowl,
I have it.
and it's not the same?
It's not.
You
Ooh.
can't. I was like, I can't wait to play the Raiders and pick Bo Jackson, and I'm like, he's human now. He used to be able.
You can
Remember
run like
yeah, you could
7,000 miles per hour. As
Well, they put
Lawrence
his
Taylor.
real hip in the game. So
Right,
that's why
so
it's-
you would
Because
only
they put now Lawrence Taylor's in the game, not on cocaine.
Right.
Just average.
I hate that.
So
I
if
hate
you
these
pick the
revisionist
Raiders,
prick.
If you picked the Raiders, your opponent had to pick the Giants or the Falcons because they had Deion Sanders.
Is
You know what's great? He told us both not to curse, and he threw out the first bomb.
I know.
Did he really?
Got me upset. I was so happy with Steve DeBerg, and then you threw me off with Tecmo Bowl.
Can I tell you who also is a Kansas City Chiefs fan?
A lot of wonderful people.
He's
from around here?
He's a celebrity. No.
Oh, yeah. Paul Rudd, Eric Stonestreet, Rob Riggle. Who else you
Fat
got?
guy.
All three of those guys were. Well, Paul Rudd hasn't changed in 30
Okay,
years.
so I don't know if you know this, but Mike Keegan and myself
Yes.
Right.
are 2/3 of the BBM tour. Big Beautiful Men.
Yes.
The third member is a cast member of Jackass, Preston Lacey.
Really?
Is a huge Kansas City Chiefs fan.
He's a good man. Sounds like a good man. I
Where
don't
does
know.
he live?
Missouri.
Makes sense. John
See, that makes sense. I
Well,
drive.
lives in Texas now, but he grew up in Missouri.
I drive around in my minivan with my Chiefs stickers on the back, and people are like,
Wait a second.
a lot to
The
unpack there.
Chief sticker's not the problem on that one.
It's the minivan.
I love Steve DeBerg, and I love my minivan. I'm a giant, dude. I don't fit in a lot of
No,
cars.
if you were a giant, you'd have 4 Super Bowl rings.
Oh.
That was.
Maybe I'll do it. Do I just? Where do I? Is it from
You
here?
can just plug it. Unplug it right there.
All right, we'll just get rid of that page about teams you guys like. All right, so the Giants.
Yes.
What do you think about this Daniel Jones UI situation?
I think he's too good too quick.
My wife says that a lot.
I do. I wish he would have struggled
If
more.
my kids are listening, rewind and don't listen to that.
Yeah, so much for the big no,
right?
No,
bad
that was subtle. That was
words,
subtle.
no.
Yeah, until you pointed it
It's
out.
going to be right over their heads. No, they're going to be, why is Daddy so weird? They're 30.
By the way, Will Sharon said, I don't know if you guys covered this, but he said the Chiefs won only one Super Bowl, Super Bowl 4, but won 3 AFL championships, 62, 66, and 69.
There you go.
There is a wealth of knowledge in that gigantic head that Will Sharon has.
Will Sharon, yes,
Yeah.
there is.
But yeah, they lost
St.
to the
Anthony's
Packers, I
graduate,
think, in the
just gonna
second
put that
year.
out there.
And I
St.
knew they
Anthony's
won
graduate.
one.
And
And
I believe Will's a Jet fan, I believe.
He
Yes.
just loves sports,
Yeah.
so.
But here's the weird thing. I think I told you this the other night. We started the show.
Yeah.
I said, great, Long Island's got to be, I'm assuming, I'm not from here.
Right.
I assume Long Island is 50% Giant fans, 50% Jet fans.
No.
It's so heavy Giants.
It is.
It is because the Jets suck.
Yeah. It is. It's a very,
And
very...
have
Remember,
tremendously.
the
It's
thoughts,
like being a Met
the
fan.
thoughts and comments of everyone on this panel do not represent Gov's Radio, Gov's clubs, or myself, or the Chiefs, or that beautiful hunk of man, Pat Mahomes.
You were going to love him.
His
Oh.
dad, ex-Met. Just
Yes.
saying.
I got the Mahomes 2 jersey
It's like
from draft
really?
day. Yeah,
Very
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
But being a Jet fan on Long Island is like being a Met fan on
Whoa.
Long Island. Most Long Islanders are still Yankee fans.
No, I'm a Mets fan.
I'm a Mets fan too.
But I
See
thought,
that?
what's
So
the
you're
line?
intelligent. I
Isn't
like
there a
that.
pairing? Like, are
It
there
usually-
Mets
there's
and
usually
Jet fans
three that
and
go
Yankees
together.
and Giants?
Yes, usually this is how it works. You have the Mets, Islanders, Jets, and then you sometimes pick the Nets, but that could go back and forth.
Right.
Then you have Giants, Yankees, and Rangers. But no, I'll
Right.
never. The Rangers can go to hell.
Pardon.
Right.
Sorry,
Rangers
Mr.
can
Roach.
go to
I
hell.
like Mr. Roach. I'm a huge Rangers fan.
Really? Okay.
Rangers could go to hell.
I'm also
in a
huge,
hellbase.
like Mr. Roach.
Yeah. Your head's not as big, but I get where you're going with that. All right. So
Go ahead.
let's start with new players, new teams.
New players, new teams. Okay.
Let's talk about some of the big names that
All
we
right.
think are going to make the biggest impact.
Okay.
Broncos, Joe Flacco.
Doesn't matter.
It's going to crash and burn.
You
Yeah, it
think?
doesn't matter. at
I'm
all.
saying crash and burn.
And their backup just hurt his hand, so they got Flacco
he's gonna
or
be
nobody.
awful. He's going to be awful.
I'm not sold on Flacco from the Ravens.
No.
No, he
No.
wasn't.
Well, they
I don't wish him.
They got
I
rid
don't
of him
wish
for
him
a reason.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't wish him ill will. I hope
Sounds
he
like
does
you
well.
do.
But
Sounds like you do,
I
Eric.
think he's going to be terrible. You went Simeon. Who else did you have on over there?
Lynch.
Lynch. And
They've had. Didn't they?
They had Case
they got
Keenum,
the guy.
they got rid of him a couple
Osweiler.
years
Osweiler. They got from
right?
the Texans. Yeah,
Right.
that was a
and
that was a wonderful
it's just
experiment.
not working. Flacco is not the answer.
Well, we have a surprise for you tonight. Eric Sally put Joe
Flacco
Flacco
on.
through. He would like
Line
to respond to
one.
these comments personally.
It'll sound a lot like this. Duh.
No,
Hi,
he's not. Is
Mr.
he stupid?
Flacco.
No, I think he's.
Listen, he's an NFL quarterback
He's
who's been
gotta
in the league
know.
for a number of years.
Yeah.
He's not playing with a full deck. It's none of them are.
Neither is Eric. Le'Veon Bell.
I think it's a mistake that he doesn't play one snap in the preseason.
He hasn't played, so it'll be a year.
It's over
right?
a year, yeah.
Yeah,
Over a
it'll be
year.
They should.
He didn't play in preseason last year either, so it's over a year. It's a year. It's 18
So
months.
technically it's 18 months since he's had contact.
Oh my God!
And then they're gonna
That's
just
more
put
than
him in the
Eric.
game.
Oh, nailed it!
Bang,
Nailed it!
Zoom.
That's not nice.
To the moon. But no, I think it's a horrible decision. If anybody should be in these games, it should be Le'Veon Bell.
Like just one series, something. Get his legs
His
moving.
first natural contact, because obviously in practice they're not going to hit him the way that they would hit somebody else.
Right.
His first real contact is going to be with an NFL legit game ball in his hand.
Right. And who are they playing the first game? Do we
Jets
know?
have.
A team that's going to finish 1-0 after week 1.
Please hold. Please hold. I have everything.
Oh, you have
here.
the schedule?
I have everything.
Look at
dude.
you. You're
Look
like
at
a
me,
professional.
Son of a bitch. It's
Sort of, because he
gonna
doesn't
be
know where it is.
47 minutes. Hang on.
40. Then he's got to
Look away.
Spectacles.
The New Jersey Jets play the Buffalo Bills. Oh, they could win that game.
They could win that game. They can win that game. My surprise pick of the season, Allen, for Bills. I think he's going to have a great season.
Really, Josh Allen?
I think he's going to have a good season.
But he throws too many interceptions.
He had a strong, but don't forget he was a rookie last year.
Did you just say he had a stroke?
He has a strong arm, and he was a rookie last year. I think he's going to come back. I think he's the experience. I think he's going to have a great season.
Are we allowed to disagree with each other on this panel?
Yeah, sure.
Hang on, I'm going to write that down. This is Eric's big pick.
That's my opinion.
No,
Josh
hey,
Allen.
that's
He's a competitor.
That's what we like.
He's
to see.
out there.
So when I have you back week 3, and he's already.
He's already benched for Peterman again. What his name was.
Where is Fitzpatrick on the Cardinals?
No, Fitzpatrick is a Dolphin.
So wait, who's he competing with? He's competing with
Josh Rosen.
Josh Rosen.
How is Fitzpatrick going to start another season?
He's going to start.
He is going to be the starter.
He's going to
week
start.
1.
You know, every time Fitzpatrick goes to a new team, he is the week 1. He is the week 1 starter. He has a great year, and then week 2 they sign him to a big contract, and it's all downhill from there.
I want to see. I have all.
That's his modus operandi.
I have the quarterback contracts. Like over the course of the last 20 years, has
Well, you
anybody made
actually
more
did
money
work.
than
Look at
Fitzpatrick?
this. I put a shirt on.
Barely. That's the one you slept in last night.
I
Fitzpatrick's
shrink
making,
wrap myself back in this jersey because I can't fit in it anymore.
all right, he's
I'm
only
actually
making
folding it.
$5.5 million this year.
That's it?
But he's been making
When did
that.
you print that out? Those contracts.
That's this year. This is yesterday.
Okay.
Wow.
What about Odell?
I think Odell is going to have a strong season, but
Yes.
not as good as people may think because there are too many offensive weapons on that team.
He's not the only one.
Right,
But
you have
but he's
Chubb.
going to be open because
Running
of that.
back wise, you have Chubb, and then you have Hunt coming in the middle of the season, which you're welcome. And then
right here. Celtics get stuck.
Njoku and Landry.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, right now, Landry and Odell love each other. Like brothers
Correct.
back from LSU.
Like you
Correct.
said, right now.
right
now.
now. In 4 weeks, when it matters.
I don't give it 4 weeks, but I'm giving it
before week
8
10.
to 10 weeks.
Before week 10.
8 to 10
If
weeks.
There'll be an
They're
explosion.
2-2. You don't think they're going at it?
If
No.
they're 2 and 3, they go at it.
You're getting, as soon as they sink below 500.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they will, though. I think there's a fire in Cleveland that's been missing for a long time. I think the team is ready to compete. I think they've got the right pieces in place. The only thing they need to do is keep the egos in check. And
That is a
will-
tremendous job.
Will Odell stay healthy? I think if he stays healthy, he has a very strong season.
But they've also got a first-year coach.
Yeah. But I think, again, you're absolutely right.
What they need is a first-year kindergarten teacher.
There's only
doesn't?
one ball. And to give it to
Yeah,
all
and
those
Njoku,
guys.
I know.
And
There's
just
too many.
everybody.
There's too many gems coming from Eric Sevlin. There's only one ball.
There's only one
You
ball.
played a football to win the game. Thanks. head
There's
coach.
4
There's
quarters.
only one-
There's 4
What about Antonio Brown? What is going on with this guy? What a fantastic unload that was by the Steelers.
Disaster.
Head case. Bigger than Odell. Bigger than Odell.
125 catches. I'm kidding. He's,
That's-
no, like 75.
You think 75? for
75 and
Antonio?
maybe plays 13 games.
I don't like this. Sally
12 or
taking
13
my
games.
phone.
I am saying,
He doesn't play a full season.
Yeah,
Whether it's a stupidity with the helmet,
yeah.
whether it's a stupidity with just being stupid,
Right.
whatever it is, he's not playing a full season.
Do you
And it
think
probably
he's
doesn't have to do with
doing all
injury.
this nonsense just to save his body? Because I feel like a lot of them are sitting out. Like the helmet issue, could that be a real thing?
It could be.
Well, you know what? I originally
What's
I would
in
say
their
no.
contract?
Well, you
What's
know
in
what it
their
is?
player's contract? Does it have to be a certain, equipment-wise, they have to?
No, it's the NFL saying
The NFL
Right,
says you have
because
to
he
wear
put
this.
an appeal in, and the NFL said no. we don't want you to die while you play football.
Right.
And he said, no, give me the chance to possibly get
I
a
don't really
concussion.
think
and
that's
die.
What does he want? A
They
leather
said-
helmet? What does
They
he
said, we
want?
got a new contract with Riddle. You're going to wear this helmet. I
Right.
feel
He's
like it might
looking
be
for
that.
what?
you
The
say
leather
Riddle?
helmet?
Riddle. Don't they still make the helmets?
Shut.
In 1987, in Tecmo Bowl. In Tecmo Bowl, Riddle made the
I
helmet.
bring everything back to Steve DeBerg and Tecmo Bowl. Is Chris Donovan still watching? Because we used to gamble on Tecmo Bowl.
Did you really? What's the matter with you?
My 20s were special, Eric.
Yeah, I would say so. Will Sharon saying Landry will have a better season than OBJ,
probably will.
and I don't think any of us.
It's going to be like Juju last year.
Right.
Juju put up better numbers, and Antonio lost his mind and ran
Right.
stormed out of Pittsburgh. I'm taking my
Pittsburgh.
ball in my old helmet.
Yeah,
and I'm going home.
I believe Antonio is going to be a basket case. 13 games. All right, I'll agree with you
Landry, in his own right, is not normal. He's
Right.
also a bit of a diva.
on that. Right.
Well,
You didn't really see it because he was on a crappy team
oh, what a save.
in Miami.
That was nice.
Right.
And then he went over and switched over, and,
But-
we'll see.
And then you have Baker.
But I do
Mayfield.
agree. He'll have a better.
That's
I think.
a big ego.
How bad is it when Baker Mayfield is the most sane person on your offense? How horrific is that?
That's
There
what
must
I'm
be a few
saying.
linemen
This
that
You
is
are-
have
such a
Baker
ticking time bomb.
Mayfield. It could blow up.
Tremendously.
face.
Much
and
like-
the entire NFL and the entire all of America will enjoy watching.
Right. Like Odell can't stop talking about the Giants. The Giants sent
Yeah.
me here to die now. That's what he's saying.
It's-
They didn't send him there to die. This is who they traded.
This is the league.
They
and-
needed a
and you
great
went.
safety because they let
Collins go.
Collins go. They needed
And
so
they
they
got
got
for
Peppers.
what $9 million less
Less.
this season.
I feel
Right.
like there's more hope in the Browns this year than the Giants, right?
I do believe that the critics are picking the Browns to finish
A lot of
better
Picking
than
them
the
to win
Giants.
9 games, and
Yeah.
the Giants the only one
I'll
6.
say they win 9 or 10.
The Browns.
The Browns win 9 or 10.
If they don't implode.
I
if
love
they don't
seeing new
implode.
blood in there. I'm thrilled to see them back. They haven't been good since Bernie Kosar.
No.
Now, you think it's the same guys wearing the dog pound masks?
Yes. Yeah,
Same
they have
guys?
nothing else. Have
That's
you ever
it?
been to Cleveland? Because there's nothing.
Because
don't know. I
Cleveland
don't think
does
I have.
not rock.
There's nothing
It does
else
not
to
rock.
do.
I beg to differ. I once heard a song that proves the exact opposite, John.
I watched
Unless
a
you're
TV
Drew
show
Carey.
once that had that as the
Unless
theme
you are
song.
Drew Carey, Cleveland does not rock.
No.
But
There's when you could get season tickets for like $1,000, it's not bad.
Well,
It's a
Yeah,
good-
for Cleveland
Not-
Indians
not-
because it's $8.
not to veer to the hockey side. This isn't Roach's Comedians on Hockey show.
Right, right.
But when I became an Islanders fan, it was mostly because I could get seats for $7.
Yes, that's
I could get primo seats for less than the
I
cost
can't
of a beer.
wait.
I was just going to say a hot dog costs more.
Yeah, it was $7, and I'd spent $60 on beer. I'm like, what's wrong
I
here?
can't wait till the new stadium is built. I'm getting so excited.
Yeah, do you
gonna
think?
be great.
I think I'm like one of those guys that's like,
It's
never
still not gonna happen?
It's when I moved to Long Island, they kept telling for 10 years they were going to build the new Penn Station.
Yes.
Still waiting.
Still
No, they
waiting.
built
Still
it.
waiting.
It's there.
Where?
When was the last time in Penn Station?
2 days ago. Not the Long Island side. The Jersey side got nicer.
Yeah, the Long Island
Yeah.
side's still like a hovel.
They took 3 bars that I used to go to and made it into another giant Dwayne Reed. I don't know how that makes it better. And every other little bodega sells
What was-
$15 draft beers.
Charlie O's? That's not there anymore, right?
Probably.
Trax,
Yeah, probably
Trax is gone. Charlie O's. What was it? Fridays.
Well, Penny's is now there.
No, Woolworth was down there, wasn't
Yeah,
Woolworth?
No,
down there?
Kmart's still down.
And
That's
McCrory.
Kmart.
Right.
McCrory's.
Are you sure you're not older than me? All right, we got one more new player. Mr. Jason Witten.
I think.
Left the Cowboys, came back to the Cowboys.
Well, he realized how horrible he was as being an announcer.
Was he bad? I don't
Oh, he
remember.
was god awful.
He didn't
Yeah,
do
he was
any-
pretty
he didn't do
bad.
any Chiefs games.
Jason Witten,
We always get Iron Eagle. I don't know why. Iron Eagle has been my announcer. for
another guy that
25
might have
years.
taken a year off to save his body, take the beating. He's still relatively young, if I'm not. I mean, relatively young.
33?
Yeah, 33, 34.
Is he really? I feel like he's been one of those guys
Yeah,
who's
you
been
feel
in
like
the
he's
league
been in
for
there
20
forever.
years.
Well, for me, especially, and you as a Giant fan, because he's kicked our ass for
I
so
know,
long.
He's
I
a
hate
giant
him.
killer, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
It's just like it just amazes me every time the Giants play the Cowboys, and all of a sudden it's like, Witten, why?
How could you
It's
possibly-
3rd and 85, and Witten got the ball. How could you leave him open? It's insane. Like any player, any team or fan of a team that plays the Patriots, it's 3rd and 12. Guess who's getting the ball?
Ironically, the Jets have a play for 3rd and 12. Yeah. It's called called an 11-yard gain.
It's called Let's Punt Now.
I watched them play against the Colts on They went forward on 4th and 1. They got a half a yard. I'm like, how do you? And it was a completed pass.
Right.
I'm like, that just sums up the Jets.
But the same thing with the Patriots. So Edelman gets the ball. You know he's getting the ball.
Yeah, pretty much.
How is he getting open? Put 2 people, trip him.
Do
something.
There was a 10-year span where the only guy playing offense for the Chiefs was Tony Gonzalez.
Yes.
Like, how do you not have 7 guys climbing him like a tree? Like,
trying
Because that would be on Pornhub.
like King Kong.
I don't know
swatting away.
what is that? Is that a shopping site? What is
Yes,
what is that,
yes.
John?
It's a shopping. Actually, I think you can shop from it.
All right, now we got some new in addition to the new players, there's some new coaches.
Okay.
Like we said, Freddie Kitchens in Cleveland. I mean, this is a team that's supposed to explode. They've got all this talent.
Yes.
But it's run by this young guy who was the offensive coordinator. Is that going to work?
I don't know.
First-year coaches.
Especially look at the guys that they pick all the time. These new first-year coaches, these hot coaches who've never had an experience before. You know what I mean? They go look
calling all the shots. You made it in football for 20 years.
Mangini, right? He was the guy. Everybody wanted Mangini.
I just want to throw something out there really quick that we mentioned and asked each other how old he is. Jason Witten's 37.
Is he really?
See?
Wow.
So he's
That's crazy.
almost
But
your
doesn't
age.
mean he can't
He's
perform.
almost my age.
Doesn't mean he can't perform.
I can still perform.
on the
What?
field.
Not touching it. Not touching it.
During the game.
Too easy.
Not after the game.
You could touch it. It's right there.
Okay.
What?
He's 37 years old, really. Wow. Mangini, Patricia. You've got all these guys.
But I'm going through the list. The Jets.
Right.
First-year coaches. They haven't had a first-year coach who hasn't made the playoffs since Rich Kotite in 1995.
Oh, my God. Are
Thank
you
you, Boomer
kidding me?
Esiason.
No. Every single one. Mangini, Herm Edwards.
Parcells didn't make the playoffs his first season?
No, since 95.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So
Parcells was before 95 for the Jets?
Yeah.
Holy mackerel, I'm getting old.
You're really old.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
No, he couldn't have been.
I thought he was after
Parcells
that.
was after Kotite.
No, Parcells.
Had to be after Kotite.
I don't know.
Universe.
Oh, you might be right.
Somebody text us. Somebody
Well,
get
because he
that
coached the Giants until 92. Right? The Super Bowl.
Yeah.
No, 90.
Well, 91.
90.
And then he went to New England first before he went to the Jets.
And he was only there for how long?
3 years.
So when was Mangini?
Then he went right to the Jets.
I will look up the trustee.
I'm thinking. All right, so anyway, good.
But Herm Edwards,
Okay.
and
Todd Bowles.
Todd Bowles, and my Rex Ryan.
Wait, my
Rex
phone
Ryan.
just
Went to the AFC championship his first year, right?
Right.
They've all taken their team to the playoffs in the first year. Then they crash and burn like Mangini and Edwards, but
So I'm thinking you're saying Gase is taking the Jets to the playoffs. That's what you're saying.
no. I'm saying in my research,
Yes.
I was surprised to see how many first-year coaches don't normally succeed,
Right.
unless you're
You're
first
the-
year with
the
the Jets,
Jets.
because they've had a 23-year run of greatness for first-year coaches.
Wow.
But it's shocking to have that, like, in that span.
It is.
Belichick's been in New England. And
Does that count? Does that break the Jets streak because he was their coach for an hour?
That is true. I don't think that counts. It was more than an hour. It was like an afternoon. He
Was it
subbed
a
on
day?
So he
slept on
did. He did coach New England before the Jets.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to find here what years that was.
That's Pornhub.
But he
John.
did go.
93 to 96, he was at New England. 97 to 99, he was at the Jets.
Okay, and then he went to the Cowboys after that, right?
Correct. 03 to 06.
Okay.
Yeah. And then that was it. That was it.
Yes.
Yeah, that was it for him.
Yeah.
Right? He didn't have anything to do with Miami, right?
He
There was flirtation with Miami,
but he
if I
never
remember
went.
right, but he never went.
Did he
But
run
did
football
take,
operations?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right?
Did he
I
maybe
don't think
take
he was,
a
He wasn't on
role?
the sideline.
No, he wasn't on the
From 08
sidelines.
to
But
2010, he was their VP of football operations.
In Miami?
Yeah.
yeah, see, there you go.
And I don't know if you know this, he currently is the consultant for a NFL team.
Really? Which one?
The Cleveland Browns.
No.
Bum, bum, bum.
Really? I
We
did
should
not
have
know
known
that.
that.
Al Groh. Oh, another
Who's
Jet.
Long Island guy.
Al
Yeah,
Groh?
Al Groh.
And you could tell that St. Anthony's High School is better than Chaminade because I went to St. Anthony's and he went to Chaminade.
Wow.
And so did Will Sharon, by the way. Will Sharon also is a St. Anthony's Friar alum.
He's an alumni, huh?
Cliff Kingsbury. I keep seeing him in the headlines.
He is Arizona.
Yes.
He got fired by Texas Tech, but
Arizona.
I think he's got a little bit of the Mahomes stink on him because he guided a couple of quarterbacks at Texas Tech
Right.
that did well.
Right.
I don't know what he's going to do with the Cardinals. They don't have a quarterback. He has
Well, Kyler
Ryan
Murray.
Fitzpatrick.
He wanted Kyler Murray. He
Yeah.
got Kyler Murray, and now it looks like Kyler Murray didn't either Kingsbury or Murray just underestimated the speed in the NFL because
Yeah, don't you love
Kyler
when your
Murray
number one
looks
pick overall
like,
goes, wow, these guys are fast.
yeah, Kyler Murray looks like
I don't know if that was his exact quote, but it was close.
looks like
It's not a 9-year-old trying Little League for the
Right.
first time.
Well,
It's,
when you're as tall as a 9-year-old, that's probably why you should be a quarterback in
He's
the
not-
NFL. at
how big is
5'8".
he? He's not big.
He's like, they say 5'10", but he's really like,
5'8".
yeah, he's got like a small fro that gives him the extra inch.
that's
They
not-
always add a few inches on. Like
do
what's
God, thank God.
don't
Sally,
we
cut that,
all?
please.
Don't we all?
Way ahead of you.
Al Groh coached the Jets in 2000, no playoffs. That's
Al Groh.
Al Groh. Al Groh coached the Jets.
Did he coach the Raiders too? I remember him on the Raiders.
No, that was Al.
I'm thinking of Al Giro.
Sharpton.
Al
Al
Giro,
Sharpton. Al Giro.
the jazz singer.
Al Jardine.
So you have you look at Kyler Murray. Have you seen the footage from Kyler Murray playing in the preseason?
No, sir.
It looks like he's running on the beach compared to how he was running in
yeah.
college. And he's getting rid of the ball way too fast. Like his feet gave him time in college to make a better decision.
Does he have Richard Todd feet? Remember Richard Todd?
No, he's not that bad.
He would like tap dance. Oh!
He's not that bad. But now his feet in the NFL aren't translating, and he doesn't get the same amount of time.
Can we stake claims on this show that we can go back and be like, wow, he was right, wow, he was wrong?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
What were you claiming?
I claim
Yes.
that Kyler Murray will do two things. One,
Yes.
throw more interceptions than touchdowns
Fair enough.
this season.
I'm not disagreeing.
And he will not throw for more than, well, no, yardage-wise, he might get a lot of yards, but he's not going to throw more than 20 touchdowns.
How many games? He's not starting the first game.
I believe he is.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Really?
Who also, yeah.
Yeah.
They traded Josh Rosen. Josh Rosen is on the, or did they release him?
They traded him for a pick to
Yeah,
Miami.
6 pick
So
or
they have
something.
nobody behind him.
Nope, not anybody
Nobody of
worth anything.
significance.
That's a lot of
Pressure.
That's
a lot of pressure,
faith.
right.
That's a lot of faith.
I agree that he will have more interceptions and touchdowns, and I agree he'll have a decent yardage season because they're going to be
Because they'll be
behind a lot,
right.
and they're going to be throwing a lot. So he's
Right,
going to have more picks.
Other claim 4 or less wins for Arizona.
I want to tell you what the Vegas books say.
Yeah.
5
5
wins.
You're going with
which is one more than they had last year.
all right.
You know what? It wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility for them to go 2-14.
No, they could be absolutely horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people were saying why not to go into fantasy because you don't
Right.
like fantasy.
No,
Right?
not that I don't like it. I don't know much about it. I played one season.
But people were saying why isn't Larry Fitzgerald going higher? They don't have a team. They don't have an offense.
Right.
There's gonna be 3 guys climbing him like a tree, like
I know.
KG back in the day.
I wish he would get released and the Giants could pick him up.
Yeah.
They could use him right now. Right?
What's going on with Andrew Luck?
Injured again, right?
Yeah.
But like he's had so many issues.
Yeah.
And
He
he
may
started
not
with a
play
calf
ever
issue.
again.
He had a calf issue that is now like a high ankle sprain, and then some mysterious bone that moved. Like, I'm terrified of just
Could
putting
be
my
the
any
beginning
faith
and
in
the
that
end
dude.
for him. As
Really, you
John
think he's
said.
done?
It could be where he starts and plays, week 3 or 4 and is decent, but
If
it
Brissett
could,
comes
it could
out
be that
throwing
he
bullets.
just doesn't play ever again.
Yeah.
It could be like the Bledsoe thing.
Oh. Yeah, but who do they have? Brissett. What?
Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett. Yeah.
Which he
could-
played, 2 years ago, played fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, played fine, but that was in New England. Then he
No,
came
but he
to-
played when
He
Luck
played
hurt
for
his
the
neck.
Colts,
Yeah,
and he was average.
Yeah.
He was much better in New England.
Yeah, but I mean,
Look
he's
at all
older
the,
now.
Look
He
at all
was-
those quarterbacks that left New England.
Yeah.
Cassell,
Every backup.
Brissett. The only one who has performed is what? Garoppolo.
Did you
But he
see
cou- again,
Garoppolo's
can't stay on
performance
the-
this weekend?
No, I did not. What happened?
Do you want to guess his NFL QB rating?
Oh, 12.
0.0.
Yes, nice.
4 attempts, 1 pick, no passes, and he
What do you
lost
like
a
a
yard.
5-year, $130 million contract, something stupid like that? He got something.
And do you remember who he
Enormous.
hurt himself against last year?
It was the Giants, wasn't it?
That was Chiefs.
Oh, it was Chiefs.
Chiefs, yeah.
It wasn't a bad hit. It was a clean hit out of bounds on the sideline. He should have slid. Gronkowski. You think he pulls a Witten midseason?
No.
You think he's done? You don't think he's ever coming back?
No, because now he's a comedian, just like everybody else in this
Yeah.
friggin' world thinks they could be a comic.
If you
I'm
saw
the
the
tall
videos,
white comedian. Damn it.
he's taller.
He's taller.
He's
but,
taller.
But you know what?
Less
he's
masculine.
starting to look more like me.
Less masculine, though.
And
Thank
if you
you.
saw the
Thank you,
video,
John.
if you saw the videos I saw of Gronkowski,
Oh, I don't know
where
where this is going.
You are not coming back to the NFL.
Really?
This guy's in Cancun, drinking with bikini-clad girls. He's like, this is the best thing
That's
ever.
the life of a comedian.
Yeah, there's-
John and
yeah,
I will
right.
attest.
Oh, is that-
That's weekends.
well,
That's
All right, I guess I got to change my
not at
job
all.
then.
No.
All
Yeah,
right.
so here you go.
You guys will enjoy this. 2 Giant fans. Let's talk Dak Prescott.
Not worth the money, overrated as most Cowboy quarterbacks usually are.
And that's why I want Jerry Jones to give him every freaking penny.
Yeah.
Because it'll just
It'll
tear the
destroy-
team
it'll
apart.
destroy-
Sign him. 12, 15,
Ezekiel
20,
Elliott,
30.
Ezekiel Elliott, hold out and then come back and suck, please.
Yes.
Just
I went through
Yes.
my little research, and I found something that gave you the top 5 rated players on every team on Madden, which I assume Madden is a very big the Madden
It's
NFL
huge,
game.
huge.
They've got a whole team working on player ratings.
Right.
I'll just trust them.
Go ahead.
5 best players on the team.
Yes.
And Dak is not one of them. And neither is Cooper. And
Yep.
neither is Witten, probably because they didn't think he was coming back.
Right.
And of the 5, there's 3 offensive guys that are the highest rated
well,
on
Zach
the Cowboys.
Martin's got to be one of them.
Zach Martin, a guard, and the center, Frederick,
Right.
and Zeke.
And Zeke.
But Prescott is not even in the top 5 players,
Yeah.
and he's looking for $40 million. And they kept doing the comparison with
Well, they offered him 30. He turned it down.
Russell Wilson.
That's a season?
Yeah.
for a season. They offered
5
him
years,
120.
150.
I thought it was 120 for 4.
4 years,
Are you
120
kidding
with
me?
the team option for 5 for 150.
And he turned it down.
He said no, he wants.
He's
40.
like, no, that's.
I don't think he's that good.
And they
because
kept-
he's won so much. With
They
the
kept
Cowboys
making the
recently.
they kept making the comparison to Russell Wilson.
Right.
He's not as good as Russell Wilson was last
'Cause
year,
I
but
believe-
he is as good in his 3rd year as Wilson was.
Right.
But if somebody went back and did the math, his extension
But you know what happened in the fourth
is
and
the
fifth
same
year
is the same thing. Yeah.
for Russell Wilson?
Lynch went away.
Well, it wasn't even that. They won a Super Bowl and made it back to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Right.
And he
And
That's not
should have
happening.
he
and
has
should
it.
have won that one.
Yeah.
And that
if
was
you-
a terrible call.
His
at the goal line.
contract was huge. His extension was for $21 million a year, right?
Yeah.
But if you adjusted for inflation and the salary cap changes,
Mm-hmm.
that his big contract when he extended
Right.
was for $29 million. So that the comparative is him versus Russell Wilson at 3 years at $28 million, $29 million, and he
Right.
still turned down $30 million. He wants
Right.
40. You know who makes $40 million?
Eli
LeBron
Manning.
James.
Nobody.
Oh.
Nobody.
James makes
Russell
$40 million
Wilson's now
a
at
year.
35. Big Ben is at 34. Aaron Rodgers at 34.
Wow,
Wentz
he
at
gets
32.
He gets $11.3
Wentz
million
gets
per race.
32?
That's amazing.
Wentz is at
Wentz gets 32
million
for being hurt every year?
every year.
Are you kidding me?
Why would?
How great is
this?
that,
Comedians, but we're not kidding you.
Oh,
How,
come
how
on.
great is it that all the NFC East are just
Just
throwing
throwing
around
money.
stupid money?
And now the Giants.
And next year, Manning's off the books, and now there's almost $30 million
And you're
extra.
gonna have 2 years of Jones at a rookie
Right.
contract.
Right.
and you're gonna have the
hopefully.
last year of Barkley getting now $82 million a year.
Yeah,
When
he's
no
gonna get
sense.
a lot. He's gonna get a lot of that Manning money,
There's only 5 guys over 30 million.
and he wants 40. He wants to be the first $40 million man.
First $40 million.
Okay,
Which
why don't you
is
sign for
obviously gonna
30?
be Pat Mahomes next year when he.
Why don't you sign for
eligible.
30 and you are the Cowboys quarterback, so you'll be famous throughout the country.
You'll be
and
Danny White.
You'll do commercials. You'll be the new Tony Romo, winning nothing and being overrated.
All the Cowboys fans just flinched when you said that.
Good.
He'll be the new Tony Romo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Get winning nothing and being
Just make
called
sure
one
he
of the
holds all the
greatest
snaps
quarterbacks ever.
for field goals.
Right.
Like, yeah, usually you're in a Giant situation where you can pay a Barkley and you've
Right.
got a lesser quarterback that you can save money on. Like the Chiefs have Mahomes, they're paying him next to nothing. But they've got Amari Cooper, Zeke, and Dak all wanting to get paid at the same time.
Right.
screwed.
Right. Yeah.
And those are all offensive players. What's happened to their defense?
Sorry. I can't stand the Cowboys. I can't stand them. Like you can't stand the Broncos and the Raiders.
Oh God, I really can't.
I can't.
I think I
stand
hate the Raiders
Cowboys.
more.
Yeah.
And they haven't been good in 15 years. There's no reason.
So then
to
I'm
like
going to
them.
tell you this little nugget. I think that the best thing about the Raiders is that Josh Jacobs is going to win the Rookie of the Year. And he's probably going to run for about 1,400 yards and have about 70 catches.
I don't like talking to him anymore.
I think he's going to have a year similar to Barkley had last year.
Wait, I wanted to play a game. Don't look.
Ooh, let's play a game.
Of the quarterbacks.
Okay.
So as I said, I looked at the highest rated 5 players on every team in Madden
Yes.
2020.
Yes.
Only 9 quarterbacks made the top 5 of their team.
Of their teams.
Who do we got?
Lamar Jackson.
No, sir.
What? Really?
Mahomes.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, Mahomes.
Pat Mahomes. Correct.
All right, Tom Brady, she said.
Tom Brady. Sally gets a ding. Do we have the sound effects? We'll
Breeze?
put that in
Dun dun dun
post.
dun for Sally. Yay.
Breeze. Mahomes. Yep. Brady. Yep.
Rodgers.
Rodgers. Correct.
Okay.
There's one more.
There's 4 more. 5 more. We've talked about a couple of them.
Russell Wilson.
Correct.
Okay.
Ding, 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 ding.
Fair enough.
One guy I hate tremendously. I've hated him for years and years.
Derek Carr?
He's on the list.
He is on the
list.
But that's not.
I don't have a feeling one way or another
But that's
against him. I root
Oh,
against him.
Rivers.
I hate Phillip Rivers.
Rivers.
All right, answer me this.
Yes.
As
Riddle me
football
this, man.
fans, you have no reason to hate somebody just because they're in the AFC West. What do you guys think of Phillip Rivers?
I love him
Get outta
because
here.
we got Eli Manning.
Oh, because of him.
him.
All right. But it just pains me to watch this guy. He complains and cries like a baby at
Every play, yeah.
Every call, he's running down.
I don't like that either.
I can't.
That
it's
drives
like
me nuts.
Edelman does the same thing. If he
Edelman-
doesn't make a first down, he
You know
is
who?
jawing
You know
at
who
somebody.
drove me nuts doing that as a Giant? And it
John Butera?
no, Shockey. Jeremy
Oh, was he
Shockey
bad?
drove me nuts doing that. I'm just like, oh my, because I liked him as a player.
Phil McConkey?
No, Phil McConkey would never do that. Jeremy Shockey used to do that. Drove
That's
me
a real
nuts.
player, by the way.
Yeah,
drove
was
me
he a
nuts.
kicker? No, Phil McConkey was a tight end.
You could kick Mark Bavaro in the nuts as he's running. He wouldn't complain. You brushed up against Shockey's hair, and he was like, oh.
Once again, we advise you not to kick
any player in the nuts.
any former tight end in the nuts.
Because they have their riddle.
I'm wearing one right now. It's not as elastic as it used to be. We were missing Andrew Luck.
Oh,
Still very highly
really?
rated.
And that's
in
the
Madden
last one?
2020. No. Rivers and Matt Ryan.
I was gonna say Matt Ryan, but I wasn't on.
And he was the last on the $30 million list.
Wow.
There are 5 players that make $30 million a year, correct?
Correct.
Wow.
And here's the shocker: not at 30, but making $28 million a year is Mr. Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins makes $28 million.
Yeah, he did sign
more
a
than
big
some nations.
contract.
And you know what's amazing about that? NFC East. Throwing money away. I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, he's isn't. I thought he was on the Vikings now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was
correct.
on the Vikings.
yes,
He had that decent season in Washington,
Right,
and the
Washington
Vikings
left
pulled
over.
him away.
True, I'm sorry. That's
and
a
who did?
major mistake.
Where
Alex
did?
Smith
No,
to Washington.
no. Where did the Vikings quarterback go?
Keenum. He's in.
Case Keenum.
He
yeah.
went west.
Didn't he go to the Broncos?
Yes.
Yeah, he went to the Broncos. I think.
That's right.
Yeah,
Wait.
Case Keenum, another terrible quarterback right there.
That's their. No, Flacco. He's the backup.
Flacco
to
went
Flacco?
too, but Keenum went last year.
Oh, last year. Oh, yeah, that's right. He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
there
yeah,
last
yeah,
year.
yeah.
All right. So some of the segments we're going to do on the
I'm
show
gonna make
moving
I'm gonna
forward.
make a quick suggestion for next week.
Go ahead.
More notes.
Make sure that
More
the
notes.
people on the show would know what the hell they're talking about.
No, that's a prerequisite. Is that we should barely know enough. I want the show to be talking to your friends in a bar,
Yeah.
and your friends don't know shit.
Well, that's us.
That's
Ding.
us. When I told my buddy at the gym, I'm like, I'm starting a show. He's like, you? The hell makes you qualified to talk about football? I'm like, well, I watch it every week. Been watching it for 30 years.
Yeah.
You don't know. I know. Like, every guy you play fantasy with, every guy you gamble with, like you won. You're very lucky. I had the stats.
Let's just clarify what you said there.
Go ahead.
I play fantasy football with guys.
Yeah.
What did I
don't have
say?
Fantasies guys.
He has fantasies,
Eh,
man.
I saw his phone.
Hey,
Played fantasy football 1 year. Won the league. Running backs, Priest Holmes, Jamal Lewis.
That was a long
The
time ago.
best. Right? Priest Holmes TDs and Jamal Lewis
Throw
was
down your crown and storm off.
I won my $600 and I left. I was like, I was obsessed.
Yeah.
You have to be
I
by
only
the
have 7
computer
teams.
every minute, every second.
17.
Get the hell out of
More
here.
than 3. I don't do. I do 1.
when I first started doing fantasy sports, I played every sport there was. I did fantasy auto racing, and I'm not a
Are you
from
nuts?
the South.
Have you ever done? You've done fantasy hockey, right?
I've done fantasy English Premier League soccer.
There's something wrong with you.
Someone needs to kick me in the nuts.
There's something wrong with you.
Actually, we have Mark Bavaro on the phone, who's volunteered to kick you in the nuts.
As long as it's not Raul Allegre.
All right. So it's kind of tough in the preseason, but some of the segments we're going to be doing is there's going to be 3 different segments we're going to do. One is called Cranky Gambler, which I've been trying to do for years.
Okay.
Which is all the bad beats of the week and all the horrible spread beats, and the garbage touchdown when it's 45-3 and the Jaguars get a touchdown with no time left on the clock.
Thank you, Blake Bortles.
And it breaks somebody's heart. Just I had the under. God no.
But no more Blake Bortles.
No more Blake Bortles.
Is he
The
signed
Bortles
anywhere?
era-
The Bortles era is over. You have Nick Foles now. I almost said Ryan Leaf. Nick Foles is the quarterback of
I
the
wish it was
Jaguars.
Eli Manning.
And what a all right. Well.
All right, let's look at the Vegas book.
Yes.
We're not going to go with the projections for the individual games, but just the season-long projections for
All right.
wins.
Okay.
The team that took the biggest hit this year,
Yes.
the Bears. They had 12 wins last year,
and
they're projected at 9.
I don't agree with that
Right?
at all.
First of all, I was shocked that they had 12 last year. It was the
Okay.
defense, right? It was all D.
Khalil Mack, he was a big
That was a
factor
big
there.
signing.
Mitch
Right around now,
Trubisky
this
had a
time
good
last year.
season.
Trubisky was good.
You're saying a second-year fall-off?
I'm not saying it.
Who did they lose?
The book
Who
at
did
the
they
Westgate
lose?
Superbook in Las
Well, they
Vegas.
lost Howard, the running back,
Is Prince Amukamara still there?
perhaps.
That just seems like a big. I mean, I think 12 was
I mean,
overextended.
if they're
for them.
saying Tariq Cohen's not going to be able to carry the ball 200 plus times,
Yeah.
that would be a huge hit because their receivers aren't great. But I can't see 9.
And on the other end, who's the biggest mover the other way? Who's picking up
Cleveland.
the most?
Jets.
wins? No, the 49ers. They won
Because
4 games last year. They're projected to win 8 in Vegas.
Because they're saying Garoppolo's back, and if he could
Once
stay,
again, 0.0 quarterback rating.
it
on
doesn't
Saturday.
matter. He'll be fine.
Well, who else
Everybody's
is in
got a
their
bad
division?
day.
Everybody else in their division. I mean,
Seahawks, Cardinals bad.
Right.
Rams.
that's 2 wins.
Rams.
Well, you got the Rams will probably be a loss or a
Rams
2.
Right.
came down 2.5 games. Rams and the Saints both won 13 last year. They're projected at 10.5 wins, which is still solid.
Well,
Right,
yeah, but I mean
right.
that's like picking a team in baseball who's won 110 games, but next year you can't say they're going
You
to
can't repeat it again. Yeah.
Right.
And the Rams, I mean, it's the Gurley. It's
What's
all
the
Gurley.
highest? What's the highest
It's
projection?
all girly.
11.
Did
Which
they?
is New England.
Patriots
sure.
every.
But they lost
year.
a few players too. The Rams. Sue, didn't they lose Sue? And
Yeah, he's with,
and Donovan.
Where did he go?
Not that he performed very well since he left Detroit.
But I
to
think
be honest,
I think he has a lot.
Well,
you think he does?
What's the lowest number?
The Miami Dolphins are tied with the Cardinals at 5.
5.
See, I would
the
be willing
Dolphins
to
won
bet
7 last
every
year.
dollar I have
that the
on
Dolphins
me.
will win more.
He's
No,
betting $4.
that at least one team wins less than
5.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Last
then
year
it's
we had
weird because usually they don't
3
over.
4 4s.
Right.
The Niners won 4. The Jets won 4. Raiders only won 4.
I guess they do that because it's a little difficult to say a team's going to win 3 games.
Yeah.
How do you say that?
Because you got to figure there's at least one other dog in your division. That's
Right.
Worst team in the league
This year?
this year.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, man.
Oh,
That was
most years-
cold.
My mindset changed. Who was I talking? It might have been one of you guys. Like, we used to get down 3-0 in the first quarter.
Right. You were talking to me.
I can't. We're not gonna. We got no chance in this game. I
Right.
doubt we're gonna 10-0. Forget it. I'm
Right.
flipping.
I'm
to the
going
red zone.
right. I'm gonna see if this figure skating's on.
Now it's
Right.
17, 20-0 in
You're
the
coming
second
back.
quarter. I'm like, we got this.
Magic Mahomes.
Yeah, I mean, they just score in bunches. Even a couple games against the Patriots, they were down like big against the Patriots, and they fought their way back. They lost both games, but they were tied. You know.
And I think the more you go against the Patriots as a player like Mahomes,
Yeah.
the better you're going to get, and eventually they're going to overtake them. I don't know if I hope this year.
I'm
so
scared.
sick of the Patriots.
The last 4 games of the Chiefs' schedule are the Chargers, the Raiders, the Bears, and the Patriots. That's a tough December.
It is.
That is.
As the Counting Crows would say, it's a long December.
Where are they playing?
I believe it's a long September. Is it December?
No, December.
Where are they playing?
In a football stadium.
No.
Or- I-
Which
I-
one's home? Which one's away? Do you know?
Yes, I don't remember.
Some of
You
them.
don't remember?
I don't
Okay.
say. I probably half.
Half will be home, half will be away.
So your
going out
answer
on
your
a limb
question.
on that
I'm
one.
saying Arizona finishes
Is
with
the
the
worst?
But ironically, a team that is in that same realm, I think is going to have the best year improvement from last year. And that's the Raiders. I know you don't like to hear that, but I think the Raiders are going to be very good this
You
year.
think they're going to be good?
I don't think
You
so.
know who's got a
Maybe-
big number?
but I'm saying maybe like 9 wins. I'm not saying they're going to
You
win
think
13.
the Raiders are going to win 9?
I do think that they're going to have a
They
very
play
good
the,
year.
the Chargers twice.
Yep.
And they're going to play. I would think it's our
Mark
division
this
plays
down.
the
Let's
NFC
mark
North.
Chiefs twice.
Let's
Hang on.
mark this down.
There's
9
no
wins.
way.
The
9 wins
Jets,
for
the
the
Jets
Chargers.
moved
I mean,
up
for the,
3.5
Raiders.
wins according to the
6
Vegas
or
book.
7 tops for the Raiders.
Will the Jets win
I think
7.5
I'm-
games?
Yes, they'll win 9.
Will the Jets?
Wow.
Yeah, the Jets.
because
Will,
their division sucks. They have Dolphins and they have the Bills.
Jets will win
True.
8 or 9.
Okay.
8 or 9.
Wow.
Maybe sneak into the playoffs if they win 9.
I'm
Possibly.
going to ask this question again when I have Jet fans here.
Yeah.
See what they say. They'll probably
8 or 9.
They'll,
Giants.
they'll probably say 7 or 6.
I bet they're going to say less
Because they-
Jet
they will.
fans are traditionally.
No, Jet fans are traditionally, we're going to win the Super Bowl every year
No, not
after
the
the
Jet
first
fans I
game.
know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no.
Oh, the Jet fans I know are so
They're
annoying.
like the Met fans. Like, here comes the bunch of wins. Is going to pretend they have a wild
Jim is
card.
saying Jets will beat the Giants in the regular season.
Who's Jim?
Jim Rea.
Oh,
Three's
Jim,
Company.
yeah. Oh, he's
Raya.
a Jet fan. Yeah.
Jim Rea, let's not go through this then again, shall we?
I will put all the money in my wallet on the table right now to say that the Jets will not beat the
How about
Giants.
this?
Wow.
I arm
I only
wrestled
have-
Jim
Did you hear
Rea
that?
I only
in this
have a
very
dollar. I didn't go to the
studio
bank yet.
over that game.
Wow.
What's that?
I will arm wrestle Jim Rea in this studio over that very game.
See the clock. 7:20.
Yep.
Yeah, you got about
Two.
10 minutes.
Beautiful,
Sure.
beautiful. All right. Now we're going to talk a little bit about fantasy football.
Oh, go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So, Todd Gurley was the number 1 ranked guy last year.
Yes.
Would you take him in your top 10?
Maybe the 10th pick.
Yeah. I'm
See, in
terrified
one of
the
my
dude.
major money leagues that I'm in, I have the 12th pick, which also means I have the 13th pick.
Yeah, I like that. I like the quick.
Now, normally when you're in a league with a PPR, which is points per reception, you don't generally take a quarterback till the 3rd or 4th round. I will tell you that points win, and if you have the players with the most points, guess what happens?
Oh, wait, I think I know this. Do you win?
You do.
Right.
So how is it that everybody in the league, the first 11 picks, don't take Patrick Mahomes? They're morons.
Right.
So with my 12th pick, going around to my first pick in the second round, the 13th, I will take the best available running back or wide receiver, and then take Patrick Mahomes.
You
with the
can't.
13th
You can't.
pick.
Now it's out in the public space.
I have no friends.
Very good point. Look, I'm glad you brought that up. Here's more research. So I pulled up. I wanted to see who crapped out the most from last year's top 10 picks.
Okay.
Then I pulled
Le'Veon
up
Bell, obviously.
2018 results. Right. Look at this piece of paper. I got the top 19 because my printer cut this off.
Okay.
The circled ones are the only non-quarterbacks. So all quarterbacks scored the most points.
Of
Right.
course.
And nobody picks them till
The reason why people don't do it, and I'm going against my thought process, is because all quarterbacks will score 300-plus points.
they'll all be up there, and there's a lot more to choose from.
So if you take them in the 3rd round, 5th round, 6th round, if you wait till the 6th or 7th round, this is what everyone else thinks.
Your difference from the top
From the
to
top
the bottom.
is a huge difference from if you get a starting running back or someone's backup running back, because that's the difference of when you make those draft picks.
But look, the top 10 here, right? The difference between Mahomes and the 10th quarterback, Rivers, was 529 points in a PPR league to 361. Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
that's a ton of
Mahomes-
points. And even Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan was number 2 with 432 points.
Right.
You got to remember, though,
I don't remember.
last year.
I don't have to remember.
Well, you should, because you're a Chiefs fan. Mahomes threw 50 touchdowns last year.
I do
Didn't win
remember.
anything, but they threw
I remember
50
every
touchdowns.
single
Wow,
one. Hang on, I'm
wow.
going to play them in my... Everybody be quiet. I'm going to play all 50 touchdowns in my head. Run, Tyreek.
How many did he throw in the
Run.
Super Bowl?
Oh.
We're going to have to set aside a date for you to come back on the show.
As many as Eli
I'm
Manning
kidding.
did last year.
Yeah. But in their careers.
All right. Oh.
Nobody falls like Eli Manning.
Oh.
Nobody crumbles to the turf like
Except-
he does.
Brett Favre.
Except for the helmet pass. That was a great. Escaped two sacks on that
He
play.
was a much younger man. What was that, 15, 20 years
I
ago?
won't worry about it when it was. But
Where
it
is
was,
David Tyree these days?
He's around.
He's signing autographs, making
And
tons of money.
His
He's
backup-
signing Riddle helmets.
That wasn't even a
They
real
call that in the business. They call that a callback. See, I
It
pulled
was
something from
callback,
earlier
yes,
in the show
into the
and
now.
brought it back into
Into
the
the
current.
Oh, come on.
I don't know. There's the big guys are Saquon Barkley, obviously.
Yep.
Christian McCaffrey actually scored more than him last year.
He did because of his receptions. He really had 100-plus receptions.
Yeah,
as
that
a
was
running
all
back.
his big points.
Right.
Kamara, I like him. Tyreek Hill, maybe I'll pick him. Maybe I won't.
Maybe you should. Maybe you will.
My team's just gonna be littered, even with the backups. I
Isn't
bet
it
all
amazing that he's not? And now, I'm not trying to.
in prison? You're gonna say it again?
Like, yeah.
It is kind of funny how he got a pass on that because he plays in.
How did
and-
what did he
Adrian
do? What
Peterson
did he
get
do?
a full year suspension for what he did? Which I'm
Who?
not saying Adrian Peterson. It was horrible what he did. I'm not
But
saying
he
I'm not
actually
condoning
did it. They proved that he did it. Nobody proved Tyreek did anything. He said
How
some
did they
bad
prove
things.
that Adrian Peterson? Did they go to his house and see a bent stick? I mean, come on.
I interviewed Adrian Peterson once, and he never took the chew out of his mouth
Really?
for a podcast for Men's Health.
Right.
And like in the
For
third
Men's Health.
for the third
So was
question,
all
I'm
this.
like, you realize this is audio, right? I'm like, so tell me about college.
Oh, son of a.
I hope he's not listening.
I bet he is.
Wonderful
I don't
guy.
think you have to worry about that.
Wonderful. guy.
I hope he has a.
No, he just commented.
I hope
Oh,
he has a
no.
terrible season. with the Redskins.
Oh, right. Oh,
So I
boy, you
hope he
guys
has a
really hate
terrible
the
season.
NFC East as much as I hate the AFC West.
I'm not. You know what? I kind of let my hate for the Redskins go because they were so bad for so long. The Eagles got really annoying really fast, but the Cowboys will always be their most hated.
Yeah, everybody hates Cowboys.
Yeah, everybody hates.
I got a
Cowboys.
Cowboys fan coming in a couple of weeks.
Do people
Why-
hate the
why do they
Cowboys
exist?
more than the Patriots?
Do I hate the Cowboys
No,
more than
do
the Patriots?
people,
Yes,
like, in-
absolutely.
in
I
general?
love the
Patriots
Patriots because
twice.
we keep beating them in
Yeah,
the Super Bowl.
yeah.
You want to face them in a
Yeah,
Super Bowl,
absolutely.
right?
Okay.
Absolutely. I know. I hate the Cowboys. I hope their plane crashes. Anyway,
The other category we're going to do, which we're not
Richie
going
Valens.
to touch, is we're going to do Head Scratcher of the Week, which is going to be the horrible coaches' calls.
okay.
And we got a few minutes. There was the pass interference call this past weekend in the Redskins game.
Okay.
Did you see it?
No, I did not.
The Redskins receiver went out,
Yep.
turned towards the ball. The defender ran into him, like never turned for the ball, mauled him, ran him over like a
Yep.
bear after Honey. They called OPI.
Okay. Offensive
pass interference.
Okay.
So Jay Gruden throws the flag.
Yeah.
Finally, it's going to come into play. And they came back and said, no.
No.
Said in the TV, in the angle that you couldn't see on TV, the receiver pushed off 15 yards before the secondary contact, which I saw it didn't look like a push off. But I think this is going to be
I
a
do
a
like
crap
that they
storm.
can. I do like that they can challenge the plays on the field even furthermore, because I'm like a stickler for do what's right. Now, the rookie cornerback for the Giants got called for a penalty, and one of them got overturned, but he was like holding the guy's arm.
Yeah.
Now,
But I think
in
that
the
happens
line
with
of
every
playing,
play.
you don't see that, but they threw the flag like, hey, he held his hand.
I don't like it because here's why. I think a lot of coaches are going to hold that flag for the pass interference.
You don't want to throw it in the first quarter.
until they need it, because on every given receiving route, there's going to be some type
Some
of
sort of
pass
holding,
interference,
right.
and they're going to wait until the end of the game. Hey, we're down by 6. We need this. Throw the flag.
I think there's
Check
a
for
rule they
pass
can't do it in
interference
the
on
last
that.
like 5 minutes of the game.
That's
It's-
only up reviewable up top, like the
Yeah.
I think it's
Is
2-minute
that what
5
it
minutes.
is? 'Cause it's
I know
just
it's
gonna
like
drive me
2-minute warning,
nuts.
whatever. But
Still, with 5 minutes left in the game and you're down by 6, all right, 5:01. Let's throw that flag.
Just it's like throwing the deep ball.
Right.
And
Let's
that's
throw
what
the
they're gonna
deep
do. They're
ball.
gonna throw the
Hope,
deep ball
right.
and hope somebody makes
Right.
contact. Then you
pull
throw the
up.
flag.
You know, the receiver's going to run out, pull up for the ball, do something. They're going to tell the quarterback to throw it short, so the receiver has to pull up, and this guy's going to run into him, and they're going to call it. Great. We're setting up for, I just don't like it.
He's so angry. I
I
like
don't
when he
like
gets
it.
angry.
I
I
don't
like
like-
angry.
You like when I get angry?
No.
You don't like when I get angry?
Not on my show, you son of
You
a
like
Oh, I love. Well, here's why.
Any
I
closing
don't like
thoughts?
it.
Any closing thoughts, Mr.
Super Bowl
Butera?
picks.
Super Bowl picks, please.
Right.
okay, Super Bowl picks.
I like the Giants over everybody. That's a spot on John Butera right there.
Apparently, I'm a 500-pound.
I'm going first because I don't. I'm
doing
going
that
first.
at our next show. I'm going to do my John Butera.
I'm going first.
I like how he thinks I'm hiring him again. What?
Chiefs, and not just because I want to come back. Chiefs, Eagles. I'm gonna say Eagles.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna say
You
Eagles.
just made me throw up in my own mouth.
I know, but here's why.
Thank you for catching it. 'cause
Here's
was in
why.
the
I
splash
think the
zone.
Eagles are still gonna be good. I love the fact they got rid of Chip Kelly. I wish they would have kept him a little bit longer,
Yeah.
but
I like the signs with all the emojis on them. I miss those.
I think we're gonna have Chiefs, Eagles, and Andy Reid finally gets his.
Versus the Eagles
Right.
would be fantastic.
That's why I kind of want. I want it to break the hearts of Philadelphia fans.
You I like. You're welcome back anytime.
Yes,
Go ahead.
yes.
You're half like what I have to say.
Okay.
Okay.
Who are the Chiefs losing to in the Super Bowl?
New Orleans Saints.
Oh
No, I think this is a tough year for the Saints.
I think they're
I like the way you look at me like, oh, really? No, I have no
I think
idea.
their offensive weapons are so strong.
Yeah.
I know they lost Ingram, but with Kamara, you don't need Ingram. He's just so versatile; he can do everything. Michael Thomas, I think, wins the MVP this year.
Yeah.
First time a quarterback doesn't win in a long time.
Okay.
I think Michael Thomas is going to have basically the same year he had last year.
Okay.
So Mahomes doesn't get him, huh? You know, I'm going to put you on the list. We'll see. Our schedule's a little tight. We got a lot.
I'm going to be on your show right after, right before you're on mine.
Yeah, quid pro
Whoa!
quo.
You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
All right, speed round, real quick
Yes.
before we go.
Yes.
You're at Giant Stadium.
Yes.
You're playing the Cowboys.
No.
They suit you up.
Yes.
They're punting to you.
Yes.
2 minutes left in the game.
Yes.
All you got to do is catch it, then you
Yes.
can kneel on the ball.
Yes.
Can you make a fair catch with the entire Cowboy special teams unit running down the field at you?
Yes.
I disagree. John?
Absolutely, it's just gonna have it land on my stomach.
I think both. I've had this.
I will
How
pretend.
do you know how athletic I am?
I will pretend
Give
it's
away
a
my
nacho.
fatness.
I'm just saying you guys don't look like athletes.
I was all state in 3 sports.
But I'm saying you're not a young man, John.
Yeah.
I'm a lot younger than you.
Oh.
Hold on a second.
He's definitely.
I think with the helmet, with that Riddle helmet on,
Yes.
looking up into the bright lights, I
With
don't
the
think
bars across.
I don't think either one of you guys makes that catch
Really?
unless it's Tecmo Ball.
Unless it's Tecmo Bowl.
Which I played last night.
I will just pretend it's a big fat nacho that's got. I'm gonna eat it, yes, and then I will catch it.
You would
And,
go nacho?
yeah, nacho.
Wow.
Because it looks like
It wouldn't
you
fly.
could play
I think you would go something
Like an empanada?
a turkey.
like a Suzy Q, something like a nachos. It seems very sloppy.
Suzy Q? God, you live in this century?
What is with this?
Are you drinking a tab when we leave?
I just told my wife to pick. They're on sale this week at ShopRite, so I told her to pick up a box.
A Suzy Q with a nice glass of Ovaltine.
We call them
It's-
Suzy R's because my little kid, first time he had one, says, I
Right,
like these Suzy R's. Suzy R's. Now they've been Suzy R's.
And for Christmas, are you going to be shooting your eye out, kid?
Maybe later. Sally, anything else?
No.
I would like to thank you, sir, for
Yeah.
having me on
Yeah,
the
it
show.
was great.
Oh, come on.
Steve Belanger, everybody.
Please,
Yes.
please come back next week and wait
did
till
a
the
great
season
job.
starts when we have plenty to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll be able to talk about so many things. You
Yes.
not so much.
No, I believe in Mahomes. I
be-
believe in Mahomes. I'm a
You know,
believer.
I did not try to do this show for the last 20 years.
Right.
And all of a sudden, look, Stevie's pitching a football show.
I do appreciate you having me on, sir.
Thank you guys
I
both
think
for
this was
coming
a lot
on
of
a
fun.
Tuesday night.
Thank you.
We're going to
And
do
I
this
look
again.
forward to coming back. If I'm
Keep
allowed.
looking.
Next season. I look forward to coming back next season.
All right, check out our Comedians on Football page, our
Yes.
website. Go to Govs Radio, the wonderful people at Govs Radio. Check out all the other shows. We've got the Anthony Radia show.
Yep. Sorry,
We've
not
got,
sorry.
Dylan and Gallo, the new
Correct.
show.
George
Every-
Gallo and Darren Dillon.
on Thursdays.
We've got the Knock 'em Dead comedy show
Every
every
Monday
day.
through
Every
Friday
once in a
from
while
11 to
I show
1.
up. It's 5 minutes away from me. I mean, John lives 4 hours
4
away.
miles.
The Three's Company show. Let's not
Three's
forget
Company
our
is very
Company.
good. Very
Bonnie
good.
and
the Word
Mandy
show.
and Jimmy.
Yeah,
There's a lot of shows here. There's about 16 shows.
that's a lot of shows.
We are
The
cranking.
Oh no.
Oh. Yeah, that ain't happening.
The Butterer show. That's not that.
The Butterer Show,
The Butterer show.
live remotely from the North Fork of Long Island.
I'm going to take my notes and go home and have 4 Suzy Q's. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here next Tuesday at 6:30.